Alright, Cashless Society here again today. And before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that like, subscribe, also hit the notification bell because that will let you know anytime I post a new video. And also, if you're new to YouTube, go down to the settings tab and go to the play speed, and you can change it to roughly 1.75, maybe up to 2. If you just want to zoom through videos faster. And as I've told people before, that's kind of just like a life hack for me in general. It's really helped me absorb more content than I couldn't if I stayed on normal speed. But anyway, let's get started. So today I just wanted to make a quick video about just looking at the charts. I tweeted out yesterday talking about how all the charts are starting to look really bullish against Bitcoin. The main ones being obviously Ethereum and XRP, both looking good. So I think that everything's about to explode in the altcoin side, and this altcoin dominance chart kind of supports that as well. So I periodically check back on this. As you can see, it's had this major trend line, basically two that it's been bouncing around between all the way back to 2013. So as you can see, once again, it broke out up over this basically downtrend resistance it had for almost over 3 years now. It broke out, came back down, found support right on this trend line dating back to 2013, as well as this downtrend back to 2017. So I think from here we keep moving up, and I could see by the end of the year us finishing up somewhere around 60%, so 40% Bitcoin dominance, somewhere in that ballpark is kind of where I think we're going to be. But anyway, looking at the charts, they all look really great. Bitcoin from a long-term perspective, it's up over the moving averages, all of the moving averages, the 50, 100, and 200 on the daily. I believe it is on the weekly as well. Yeah, of course on the weekly. But yeah, so we've been trying to get above and hold it on the daily, and obviously we did over that the dip in March. As you can see, last time the bull market, we held this the entire time once we got over it, and I think this is exactly where we're at, right at the start. So this thing is going to keep climbing for a long time. Bitcoin, once again, I wanted to talk about how it's having a decent weekend, a decent couple of days. As I've mentioned before, Riot is a stock, so Riot doesn't get to trade while Bitcoin gets to continue to have a great weekend. So that always adds fuel to Riot on Mondays. If Bitcoin has a great weekend, Riot has a great Monday. It's just how it works. Also wanted to show you, so Riot's basically been in this downtrend for about 2.5 years now as well. It broke above it, and now it's finding support on top of it. And we're also getting really close to getting the moving averages up over this downtrend as well. So this is just quick TA on long-term perspectives and how right now is a great time to just be buy and hold. Essentially, you don't have to do anything up to this point. During the entire bear market, the best thing to be doing was looking for those plays that are going to be the most explosive when they finally take off. So Riot's looking great. Ethereum. So I wanted to show Ethereum versus Bitcoin, not Ethereum versus the dollar. So basically, as I've told you before, crypto is very repetitive with patterns and fractals. As you can see right here, we had a very similar little pattern that played out. A little one right here and then a big one here. I think we're literally right now where we're at is where we were at back here when we finally got the cross and all the moving averages and just took off against Bitcoin. We're seeing that once again right here, and I don't see this losing any momentum at all. I think it's going to continue on towards the end of the year. We'll see if we'll get it an explosive move like this. If not, either way, it looks great. So Ethereum is beating Bitcoin right now in the charts. Same can be said for XRP. It's just So XRP always takes the longest, it seems, to break out and start a pattern, but when it does, it goes up in a straight line. I mean, as you can see here, it literally just moves straight up, or it kind of trades sideways. So once again, with XRP, we're starting to get we're breaking out above the moving averages, and now we'll get the cross here very soon. I would say by the end of August, definitely. And I think you can see, I mean, we might be setting up for another one of these explosive moves. I mean, like I said, it just either seems to go up in a straight line, or it trades sideways. So XRP is looking great against Bitcoin as well. So XRP, as I always show, we have like these downtrend channels. XRP has one that dates back basically for 2.5 years as well, and now we're hitting up against the top of that. So if we can get up above this, it will probably, break above, have a little dip, find support, and then take off. That's my guess. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the charting. I had a couple people ask me, what do you mean by it's gonna break out, or you think it's about to explode? I mean, this is just it. I've been pretty good at charting, just instinctively, I guess, and all of these charts are looking great. Ethereum versus Bitcoin, XRP versus Bitcoin, and XRP versus the dollar, of course, is going to have to look great if it's going to be beating XRP versus Bitcoin. All right, so next up, I just wanted to do an update on all of my trades I've been in. So back on July 7th now, so almost a month, I got some Ethereum versus REN, I got some REN versus my Ethereum. Same with some Covesting tokens versus Ethereum. I'm still in both of these trades, and that's because I'm upside down on them. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I also think that, if you're ever going to try to trade, you can't panic when the trade doesn't go your way. For me, I have more like a swing trading, long-term type perspective, midterm. So I'll hold this Covesting and REN for 6 months if I have to, because my end goal is to get my Ethereum back and also have some REN and Covesting saved away, and I think I can do that. Covesting, for one, is looking great against the dollar chart. I think it, anytime it can explode and get back up over $1, and right now it's just around like 32 cents. So, and it's also looking good. Let's see here. Covesting's looking good against Ethereum as well. We did get up and over the moving averages, had a couple breakouts, but it's definitely struggling with resistance. But I think once we can break above this recent high, it will continue to run. So I'm staying in the trade. You can't be emotional. You can't panic when things don't go your way. You kind of just got to ignore it. And that's why you also got to make sure you're not trading too much that you're going to get emotional about it. That's why I suggest having buy and holds, as well as some play money if that's what you want to do. But just wanted to go a little more in detail about Covesting and why I'm holding it still, and why I have interest in it. It doesn't have great volume at all, so that's one thing to look for, but I think that can pick up. I think the problem is just the exchanges it's on, but that's fine. My point here is to be buying into a tiny market cap. This 5 million, that's what I want to look for, and also the chart is breaking out and starting to gain some momentum. So it's a tiny cap that could easily blow up for a 10x at any moment if it gained a little traction, and which I think it might be gaining traction soon. And that is because, they're partnered up with this trading exchange called Prime XBT, and so what Covesting essentially allows you to do on this platform here, Prime XBT, they can link the Covesting module, and it says right here, Covesting allows traders to bring their results in front of the public and compete with other traders in a transparent environment. Every trader can monetize their skills and earn second income by receiving success fees from their followers. The more followers they will acquire, the more money they'll make from profitable trading. Essentially what you're doing with Covesting is a trader can set up and show you, this is my fund I'm managing, this is how profitable I've been, and everyone can see. That's what they mean by transparent environment. So if I, for instance, am trading on Prime XBT, I can have my own fund, and you can invest in my fund essentially, and you pay fees to basically co-trade beside me. So if you're not great at trading, but you want to come here and, throw some money at a trader for a month, but, who knows how much you want to do. Say you give him $1,000 and he makes you, 100% or 1,000% in a month, you can, get out of the trade, and the trader gets, I believe, 20% profit, 20% of the profit. So if you made $1,000, he takes 200 and you get 800. All right. That kind of briefly summarizes it, but right now they are in the beta testing. So once this actually goes live, I think that could be what causes Covesting to blow up as far as an investment. So I'm sticking tight with it, and that's mostly because it has this tiny market cap, 5 million. The chart looks good, as well as coming out of this beta testing into the actual live product. So, but yeah, what's interesting to me about this Covesting, it's basically copy trading. You can do the same on eToro and a couple other platforms. But what interests me about it is I think that maybe not this platform in general, but the technology itself is going to be a disruptor in the mutual funds and traditional fund management, because those mutual funds, so they have to write out an entire business model, and they have to have set investing strategies that the fund can never deviate away from. Whereas if you come on here and you're just using this technology, the trader can do 100x leverage whenever he wants, or he can hop in and out of different trading strategies adapting to the market. And mutual funds just can't keep up with that because they have certain set guidelines that they have to abide by. Another cool thing about Prime XBT is it allows investing in different indices, so S&P 500, the NASDAQ, so on. You can invest in stocks that way, essentially. You can invest in crypto, Forex, commodities like gold and oil. So it's kind of like a one-stop shop for trading, and I think it's really cool that they've integrated with this Covesting. So that allows these fund managers, like I said, instead of being, say that a mutual fund is saying we're going to invest in only growth stocks, and that's it. They're just limited. If a fund manager is using this Covesting, he can say, all right, crypto's about to blow up. I'm over here in crypto. All right, I think crypto's a bubble. I'm getting out. I'm going to get more exposure to gold or stocks. Or, I see that the dollar's trading great against the yen right now. I want to go over here. So he can do an all-in-one type trading strategy and, be very flexible. Whereas mutual funds and fund managers are stuck, is essentially what I'm saying. So I think that Covesting and this type of model can eventually be a big disruptor in traditional fund management. All right, that's about all I got there. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about Covesting because I haven't yet, and I hope that was informative for you. As always, please like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Then, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking number 1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
A cashless society, a cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.